Hi viewers, welcome back. This is a video, several videos put together that I took at the Orchid Fair for the weekend in Glasgow that we went to. And as you can see, this is the display by the Scottish Orchid Society, who were hosting. They've got some amazing Sarcochilas on here, and there is just quite a lot of things going on. That Gurianthe is a beautiful colour, and I think that was awarded on the day as well, if I'm not much mistaken. But what we have is a very different array, and if you look at that middle picture there, it is a Dendrobium anosmon variety Alba. Didn't pick up a label for that one, so I don't know what that is. This is a Phragmipedium, which I haven't zoomed in on to get the name. More Sarcochilas and Phalaenopsis down there. Masdevallia's there. And that's a pleurophthalid, but I can't, it was a Speculina, I think that one was. So there was lots of different things going on there, and another Masdevallia, and if you wait, that's a beautiful Phalaenopsis there, hybrid. Excuse the zooming, I'm not used to doing this sort of filming, and I'm moving too quickly some of the time, so I apologise for that. And I was using my phone. Now here you've got Masdevallia ignea and beautiful Masdevallia sacea. We had that to judge in the morning on Saturday, because I was doing Masdevallia species, and that won the best Masdevallia species for that day over the entire hall. There were several, lots of stands in there. That is a Masdevallia June Wind, beautiful hybrid. Mine isn't that big, that's a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. Doesn't beat Margaret Barty, but that is still a beautiful colour. And Masdevallia ignea isn't very big, but oh gosh, that sacea is just gorgeous. Look at the length. Some of those leaves are in excess of 12 inches. So that is a very old plant. Now, hold on here, because we are on another stand, and I should hopefully go to the name of the Orchid Society that it is. Oh no, this is Burnham's display stand as we went past. This was the trader, Burnham's display. So I've just given you a quick peek at the trader's stand, as it was the first one as I was walking down that side of the hall. That stand, by the end of the day, was, well, by the end of Sunday, was completely depleted. They'd sold a lot on Saturday, but there was hardly any colour flower-wise on the Sunday. There was some, but they did very, very well. And it was so, so hot in that greenhouse. Oh, hothouse as they call it. But I certainly wouldn't have liked to have been in there for the 2 whole days that Sarah and Arthur were in there for. So now we're just going to go along to, mind my finger in that bit, we're just going to go along to the next stand, which I do go to the name in a minute. That's a Phragmipedium hybrid. That was beauty. Absolute beauty that was. Can't remember the name it was now. That there next to it is, I think, is a Thriciflorum. Several Phalaenopsis. And who is it? Oh, it's the North of England Orchid Society. So you've got Chiloschistas down there. You've got, what have we got up the back there? That's a Dendrobium chrysotoxum by the look of it. Can't remember what that is. I'm going in on that now. I still can't see from here, but there were some nice, well, there were some beautiful plants to judge on all of these. I think I had Masdevallia species, Dendrobium species, and Phalaenopsis hybrids to judge. So we had a good time with the judging on the Saturday morning, and there were some very worthy winners. And when we get to it, I'll show you. There was a bigger chrysotoxum. That's an epidendrum. Both epidendrums, I think, those two are. Ascocentrum there. That's a Lycaste. That got an award, a commendation. Chiloschista was nice. Would have liked longer flower spikes on that, but it was really, really nice. Nice colour on that Phalaenopsis hybrid as well. But when we get to it, I'll show you the one that won out of all of the Phalaenopsis hybrids, and I think you'll agree with me when you see it why it won. I've never seen one. This is the Hinckley and District Orchid Society. Look at those displays of Sophronites coccinea. What a gorgeous colour that was in the middle of that stand. So many of them, they were beautiful. And Cymbidium in there. More than one, there's two. That looks like a delicatum, Dendrobium delicatum. More Cymbidiums. You've got a slipper orchid. You've got Oncidium types. You've got, don't know what that is. It looks like a Calanthe to me. I'm not sure what that is. Slipper orchids again. More Sarcochilus. My one of that hasn't flowered yet, and it's really nice. I hope mine is that good a colour yellow in the middle. That Zygopetalum I'd never seen the like of before. It was lovely. Another Sarcochilus. That was a nice one. We had that for the judging symposium on a table of sarks to judge on the Sunday morning. So here we go. This is it. That is the one that won Best Phalaenopsis Hybrid. Look at the colour of that lip. When we get a bit further on, I think I freeze the frame on it, and it is just gorgeous. I can't remember the name of it. I haven't got my piece of paper here, but it was beautiful. So lots going on. Another good, really nice Sarcochilus there. Nice Paphiopedilum there, but what a display that was. What a display. This is a brief display of how you can grow orchids in the home and what you can use to grow them in. I didn't go all the way up and do the writing, but a very renowned judge, botanist, she is just brilliant. She can grow on anything and does talks all the time about it. This is East Midlands Orchid Society stand. Can't remember what they call that. I should do, but I can't. Look at that Leptotes bicolour. That is stunning. That was a Dendrobium we whizzed past. This is where I didn't do so well with the camera. Zoomed out and started again. Nice Cymbidiums there in the background. We've gone back to the Leptotes. I obviously realised I'd made a poor job of it. But Dendrobium fimbriatum varoculatum there. Phalaenopsis hybrid. Nobile Dendrobium there. There we have Dendrobium fleckeri. We judged that with the species as well. I've never heard of that one. Quicklausina. Never heard of it. Don't even know what genre that comes under. Genus even. That is a lovely colour. We've got a whole tray of white peonies there. We've got a whole tray of pink peonies there. So there's lots going on that stand. And where are we? What are we looking? Oh, that was a yes. Name escapes me. Fias, I want to say, but I'm not so sure what it is. It's something else. I zoom in there. Gastrorchis. It looked like a Fias to me, and until I had a close-up look at the name. Beautiful, beautiful plant that was. They've got some really nice stuff here. And we go around this side. This was the more peonies. That was a Dendrobium hybrid. Another Leptotes bicolour up the top. We've got a Cymbidium back there, and in the background there is the Dendrobium thriciflorum, which won. That was our choice for the Dendrobium species that won the best species in show. And that's another Dendrobium species behind it that I've never heard of and can't remember the name of, but it was a stunner. But it didn't have enough flowers open to beat the thriciflorum. That was a glorious, glorious plant. But the peonies, there was an abundance of peonies because it's the right time of year. As again, we're faced with more sarcocailus. You've got a beautiful, I'm going to say Cattleya. I haven't seen the name. It might be a Rinco, one or t'other. It's a Cattleya of some sort. That's the other Leptotus bicolour that was on the same stand. That was gorgeous. Here we've got more from the Cattleya Alliance and Odonts as well. We've got Dendrobiums in the background. We've got Cattleya again there. And all of it is... oh, just the colours were gorgeous. And the sunshine, the light was just beautiful to film it. I just didn't do such a nicer job as I would have liked. This is the Devon Orchid Society. They had lots and lots of different colour peonies. That is another Chiloschista. That got a highly commended on the day. Those flower spikes, I'd like them so much longer. They can grow up to 12 inches, so there's more needed to get that plant growing to its full potential. I've forgotten this name on that one. Stellis down the bottom here. That one's a Stellis. That other one was a Masdevallia. This is a Masdevallia. What is that? Don't know what that is. Maxillaria sophronites. That was the one above. We've already seen that. Platystelli. That was what that one was. Masdevallia again. This was on Withlington's Withlington Schools stand. That was a Dendrobium grassicale. Dendrobium aphyllum. Dendrobium chrysotoxum in the background. More Masdevallia. That one was the Vanda family. I can't remember what it was. Moving far too quickly on this. And yeah, that is chrysotoxum. I've just cut the last of my flowers off today. So we move now onto, I think, what is the... oh, Victoria Regina. One of my favourites, and Rogers. This is another stall with peonies, northeast of England Orchid Society. They had, if you see them, look at the amazing colours of the peonies that we're just about to see. So many different... we saw yesterday peonies from the Mather Foundation, which are from the National Collection of Peonies that Ian Butterfield owned and has handed over to them so that they're not lost. Ill health as he's had to stop. That is Jenkinsii in the background. That is another Sarcocailus in the foreground, and there's an Arpophyllum up there, but I don't think I filmed it. What is that? That's Dendrobium Spring Dream. Oh, that's the Arpophyllum there, the pink one. I did film it. I thought I'd forgotten that. Phalaenopsis hybrid there. Should know the name of that. There's another Estrepia in the background. And they've got Jenkinsii there. Swiss Mountain Palace, actually, not Jenkinsii. It's a hybrid. Cypripediums, and that. Well, look at the size of that. Dracula. Just look at the size of it. It was enormous, and I have a feeling that won the best pleurothallid species. You've got some more Chiloschistas there. Again, tiny flowers. They need to be grown better than that. Another Thriciflorum, which didn't beat the one that we placed first, but a nice one. Nonetheless, more Odonts there. Another Dendrobium hybrid in the background. And this is because this is on slow film. I'd obviously moved the camera somehow because it was my phone, and I've obviously moved it to slow-mo, which is why we're going through really, really slowly. Now, I suppose I could play with the other videos and let them run slow-mo, but then it would it would take forever to get through. What I'm going to do at the end is put the pictures on of the ones that I took single shots off. I came in on the Sunday to take pictures of those after we'd finished the judging symposium. Didn't stay very long because it was so hot in there. We had a glorious weekend up there. Having said that, I don't want to go to Glasgow again. I've been there, seen it, and do you know what? Maybe that was I'm not so sure now. No, it wasn't that one, because they've got much shorter flowers on that dendrobium. You've got cattleyas there, as you can see, because it's all taking a very long time to get through. There's some Sophronites coccinea there in the background as well. There's oncidiums. We found a couple of nice zygopetalums on their displays that I hadn't seen before. And I thought I'd got pictures of both of them, but I'm not sure now that I have. So we will just have to wait and see what we've got. And look at all of these again. Coleogyny there, down the bottom. And what is this? This looks like more is it Pleiades? No, that's Cypripediums again. Down there, that's a yellow Cypripedium down the bottom of that frame. That's what the flower looks like from this angle anyway. I could be wrong, but actually playing this in slow-mo, I'm probably going to cut a chunk out, but it picks up in a minute and it gets back to its normal speed. And although this is too slow, you can actually appreciate what is on that stand. For me, there was too much white on the display. I don't know if they did a best display on the day. Yes, they did, because the Scottish Orchid Society won it. Actually, I do know. The Scottish Orchid Society, the hosts, won the best display. But they had the best display. They had one of East Midlands Orchid Society growers. She was a special member of their society, and a lot of her, the Sarcophilus, the Masdevallius, quite a few of her plants went on. Oh, Dendrobium, there was a beautiful Dendrobium Cuthbertsonii hybrid. It was the Smith Mountain Palace one. And they're so different, you never get the same, I've never seen the same flowers twice on those plants. I mean, my one has got just a one coloured flower, it's pinky purple, but this was more pale purple. It was gorgeous. I loved it. I could have taken it home with me, and we had that to judge at the symposium as well, and it won. The judges and the trainees picked that as their first, so everybody liked that on the day. Again, what have we got? We've got a slipper orchid there up the top. We've got another, I'm going to say cattleya. I'm going to stick my neck out on that one. That's an oncidium behind the red odont, and there's, what's up the back? I think that's another one as well. Dendrobium hanging down in the corner, Masdevallia ignea on the end. And hopefully we're going to get to the end of this in a minute, because then the pictures start. I'm actually going to stop this now, because we have seen all of the plants. But I think what hasn't happened, I did some freeze frames. I'm going to have to look and go back and do it again to check that the freeze frames of the plants that I really liked came out. And see what we've got there. This is Roger's type of orchid. There are so many on here. He is heavily into those, as you know. You can see how bad the sun was when I was filming into that bit. That was just not good. It was such a sunny day, and that Kibble Palace was built in 1873. It was a huge place, and there was a huge area in the middle which was just plants that like those conditions, glass house conditions, and they had some gorgeous stuff in there growing right up to the roof. That is an antelope, Dendrobium antelope orchid. not dendrobium, antelope, an antelope orchid. Don't know the name, obviously couldn't get anywhere near it, but it was the only one I saw, and it was right at the back of that display stand. And first one time I've ever seen one on a display stand, to be fair. But nice to see. Wouldn't like to say which one it is, obviously we couldn't get close enough to see the name. There is a label on the back of it because it's hanging down the back, but it was beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So we're just coming up to the end of this now, so I'm going to stop talking so that you can see the stills that I took of the day itself. Taken me a while to get this sorted, but I finally got round to it. Here we go, and they are just beautiful. They are so gorgeous. That's another hybrid. It's a Fitzgeraldii hybrid. That one pink one. Not bad, that. Can't remember what that one is. Now these are the last few of the Sarcochilus. Anyone think I was obsessed with them? They'd be right, actually. Now this won Best Phragmipedium, which is Warsowickianum. It was Best Frag on the displays on the day. This was Best Phalaenopsis Hybrid, which was Phalaenopsis Minsk. This was Best Masdevallia Species, which was Masdevallia sacea, which we've seen before. This was Masdevallia Pinchincha, which is just a nice hybrid I liked. This was just a view of more Sarcochilus and Vanda Ampulaceum. Dendrobium fimbriatum var oculatum, which is another really nice species of Dendrobium. This one is Dendrobium jenkinsii. This is Dendrobium hybrids. What we have here is Dendrobium Swiss Mountain Palus, which is a Cuthbertsonia hybrid and one Best Hybrid Dendrobium on the day. Not sure I've put this one in before, Sarcochilus hybrid, which is another one that we've seen earlier, I think. Next one is a Cymbidium, which I think is a hybrid, which was rather nice colour. This was a Masdevallia ignea, which was a beautiful species. Here we have Dendrobium Rainbow Dance, which was a rather nice colour. Then we've got a Cattleya hybrid, I think, and then we have Paphiopedilums, more Pleiades on there, and another Dendrobium bicolour. Now this one, the next one, is Dendrobium cantonatum, which was a lovely species. This is the Gastrorchis, and this one, couple here, Sophronites coccinea, another still of it, and the next one, Chiloschista verdiflava. That was a really nice one that I liked. Good plant. Now the last one is a Zygopetalum species I've never heard of, which is Zygopetalum crinitum, which I put on the end especially for Roger because he likes his zygos. I can't grow them, but he can. Now we'll close it there with a favourite picture of mine, which obviously has to be Masdevallia sacea. Beautiful. It's just gorgeous, and I hope you enjoyed the journey, and sorry for the poor videos, but thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye now.